for fans and both fighters.
Here's some of the roughhousing that has gone on in this fight. Southpaw against a conventional fighter, getting all tangled up, pushing, shoving. It looks like something that goes on in line play in football. Now here's what the deduction came for, as Soto lifted his head into Hamed's jaw.
And hit him low at the same time, just for good measure.
6 down.
One thing I always say, at the moment when you're butting the other guy, the referee will be watching that. That's a good time to get away with a low blow.
Barry Sanders, the great running back of the Lions who is retired, is here in the audience. And I imagine that all this is too familiar to him. It's probably why he retired from football.
Great running back formerly of the Lions. And supposedly never again. In round 8, the two fighters combined to throw 72 punches, but they only landed 10. Two fighters are averaging about 10 connects apiece per round.
Now the referee is refereeing. Step in and you make them stop. Don't take points away because you can't stop it.
There's blood coming from the face of Soto. I can't be sure where. It may just be his nose.
Soto told us yesterday he's never been cut. I think the blood's coming straight out of the nostrils. Product of one of Naz's punches to the nose.
Let go, man. Let go, man.
Naz to the nose.
Break. Stop.
Now the blood flowing pretty freely out of Cesar Soto's nose. And Naz begins to pop shot him.
Break. Stop fighting. Stop. That poor referee. He's gonna have to lift weights.
Yeah, this is the Gone with the Wind of refereeing jobs.
1-2 for Hamed. Soto pummeling him to the body as the Prince comes in. You heard Emmanuel Stewart talking about what sensational shape Hamed is in. And the Prince does indeed seem to have a lot left physically midway through the ninth.
Arthur McCanty, the veteran official from New York who has refereed more than 100 championship fights, originally was supposed to referee this fight, but the Michigan Commission decided to put one of its own in there.
So far, there's no reason to believe that Prince Naseem is bothered by any damage to his left hand. He had hurt his left hand in each of the last two fights, against McCullough and against Paul Ingle. He said it swelled up like a cantaloupe after his fight against Ingle. But he's still throwing hard left hands here tonight. So it would appear that that's not a problem for him.
And he's gotten everything under control now.
Yeah.
Just looking for a knockout.
Pretty soon, Soto's going to have to open up, take his hands down, and start throwing some punches.
Unless he and his trainer Miguel Diaz believe he's winning the fight.
The referee has started to take courage and stay out of the fight. I like it now.
And Prince Naseem using a little showmanship to keep the crowd on his side.
You may have broken his nose. Huh?
Wipe my nose.
You got blood all over you.
Let me wipe the blood, okay?
No.
Let me do it.
Okay.
Don't give him water. Breathe in. Breathe. You need to breathe. Get that oxygen through. Don't stay behind. Come on. Don't stay behind. You didn't throw any punches this round. You didn't throw one punch. I couldn't reach him. We got to win this fight. Tomorrow's another day.
Naz's father.
Naz says, my heroes have never been boxers. My hero is my father. Cesar Hamed, man who took his poor family from Yemen to Sheffield, England, and bravely worked his way out of poverty.
Now, Soto is probably suffering a broken nose, as they mentioned earlier, and the chin. You got to learn how to fight. This is no time to jab and exchange jabs. You got to attack.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9?
Jim, I got it. 6-2, 1 even, 86-82, Prince Naseem Hamed. He's still landing to clean the punches. One thing, I'll tell you how tough Dale Grable is. His son was the first one to go to distance with Oscar De La Hoya. Won 8 rounds with De La Hoya in Rochester.
That means the dad is tough?
Yes.
Okay. In the last round, Cesar Soto landed only 7 out of 47 punches. And you heard our interpreter, Hector Garcia, interpreting Miguel Diaz between rounds, saying he didn't land a punch that round, and Soto replying, I couldn't find him. Or I think it was I couldn't reach him. But that's a constant problem for opponents against Naseem.
The Prince now is literally looking for a knockout. Keeps his eyes open, waiting for this guy to move his head so he can hit him with a hard shot. He's not setting it up, though. He's looking for it.
Is he safe enough on the scorecards to be looking for a knockout, George?
These are the kind of fighters we want. Continuously seek a knockout. Doesn't matter the scorecard. You can't trust those.
Break.
Don't play it safe.
But it's been such an odd fight and somewhat devoid of clean landed punches. So a knockout looks like a remote possibility.
The Prince is looking for one.
Okay.
He should set it up. Don't just look for it. Set it up. Jab, jab, double jab, things like that.
I didn't think Shane Mosley was going to be able to do enough damage in the 10th round to knock out Wilfredo Rivera a few weeks ago, and he proved me wrong. Maybe Naz can do this.
The Naz came in with a slight uppercut this time. That hurt Soto. He's got him hurt now. He's got to just set it up and look for it.
There are growing choruses of boos, particularly from the upper regions of the arena. But some of them from here at ringside, where people paid $1,000 a ticket and might not feel as though they're getting $1,000 worth of main event.
Well, the Prince is fighting the world champion this time, WBC. He's not going to reach out and just get knockouts anymore. He's not fighting a contender, he's fighting a champion.
The Prince trying to body Soto off and land another big punch.
Stop.
6 minutes to go, and now the boos begin to grow in intensity.
This round. But once he gets into the damn 12th round, it's going to be hard to knock him out.
Relax, Habib. Relax.
You know, you make it and miss by stepping off to the side good, but then after that, go right to him after that. Try to come up through the middle. You understand? Listen very carefully.
Right now, Habib. Right now, Habib.
Keep working the jab, but when you let
There's
it
only
miss.
6 minutes left. How about the bleeding my nose? Don't worry about it. It's over. Breathe in. Use your nose. You have to throw punches in this round. It's a must.
$211 landed punches in the fight through 10 rounds. Both fighters throwing an identical number of punches by CompuBox calculation, 410 punches apiece. They're averaging 41 a round. Naseem lands a hard left hand. Many of the ticket buyers booed in the closing rounds of Prince Naseem's decision victory last Halloween against Wayne McCullough in Newark, New Jersey, and now there are boos again tonight as he seems headed toward a 12-round decision against Cesar Soto. The trouble with knocking out long strings of opponents is you better keep providing knockouts or your fans are disappointed.
Well, the worst thing that can happen to a fighter is indifference. And nobody is indifferent toward the Prince.
Well, in order to get a knockout, you just can't just get in the ring and get a knockout. The other guy has to try to knock you out, and you get him.